Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name is Peter Fasciano.
And I'm Mary Bridget Fasciano.
And today we are going to move out of the Middleton Distillery and we're going to head over, I think it's going to be northeast of Middleton, and we're going to go to Dublin, and we're going to be taking a look at the offering from Teeling, from the Teeling Distillery. Are you an Irish whiskey fan at all?
I don't know.
All right, well, we'll find out. She's actually going to be here from beginning to end. We're going to do this review, and then we're going to also make a wide-eyed rose Irish cocktail.
Wide-eyed.
Wide-eyed
Is
rose.
it because it's so strong, like it makes you like wide-eyed?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
So just like always, we're going to pour it, nose it, taste it, talk about it a little bit, give it a score. And, oh, can you smell it already?
I don't know why you could smell that as soon as you open it. And we both wore our green shirts because he's now reviewing Irish whiskey. So we figured we would get in the Irish spirit and be little shamrocks, leprechauns.
Yes. So
No,
you're going to hear stuff in the background. My brother-in-law is out there along with my mom. And as many times as I tell my 80-year-old mother to be quiet, she never listens.
She likes to talk.
She does. And she hasn't seen, I don't think she's seen John in a while.
No, my mom's kind of been on a little bit of a vacation while he was camping, so.
Yeah, I was up north on the Mogollon Rim I was planning on doing a 10-day vacation, kayaking, fishing, and I had some plans to shoot videos. That didn't work out. So I am back home, and we batch shot about 2 weeks worth of videos, and it's been about maybe 2.5 weeks since we've done this. So
since we've been together.
Yeah, I missed you. And I believe this is actually coming out on Monday, and Monday is my birthday. So,
Happy birthday!
Thank you. So let's get this on the nose.
Okay. I do believe that Irish whiskey kind of has a distinct smell.
It does, and I believe that's
Kind of like scotches.
I think the distinct flavor that you're going to get in Irish whiskeys, especially single pot still Irish whiskey, is because in this one, they use 50% malted barley and 50% unmalted barley. So that's what separates Irish single malt whiskeys from Scotch single malts, or single pot still whiskeys from Irish single malt.
Okay, so
From Scottish single malts. And I forgot to say, this is Wonders of Wood Edition 1. This is going to be the Chinkapin American Oak variety species. And this is 50% ABV coming out of Teeling. I believe they're on the second edition, and I picked up the first edition for $99, $92.99, and we're in Phoenix, Arizona.
So what do I smell?
I don't know. That's the whole thing. You got to tell me what you smell. I'm not going to tell you.
I know. Well, I know that was more of a
I get nuttiness. I get nuttiness and butterscotch.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of butterscotch in the back, but yes, like peanut dust.
Yeah, a little bit. I also get spice on here. And I think the spiciness is attributed to the unmalted barley. How people are saying that there is a single pot still spice in here, kind of like there's a rye spice in rye whiskeys. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit similar. So yeah, I think the overall note that I get most is a little bit of nuttiness and spice. And the spice, I don't want to say it's a pepper note, but maybe a white pepper.
Oh. Yes, now that you said that.
Because white pepper
has a very distinct smell. And
white pepper and black pepper have two totally different spice notes. And for me, this leans more towards
white pepper. As soon as it's so funny, the power of suggestion. Yeah. As soon as you said that, that's almost like all I can smell now is white pepper.
Let's get it on the palate.
Okay, let's see what we think. Now, this is not going to kick my butt like the last one. That was 125 proof.
No, this is 50% ABV. This is also a 700 milliliter bottle, triple distilled, 50% malted and unmalted barley, if I haven't said that already. I think that spiciness comes through. I do get a lot of oak tannin on the side. It's definitely not as bitter as the foolproof benchmark that we had the other day, but there is still a slight bitterness here.
You know what? It's funny because when you say bitterness, what I'm picking up, and I don't know if it's just like the name of this that's putting it in my head, but almost like a bitter tea.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, there are tea notes that people get in whiskeys all the time. Black tea.
Yeah, it's almost like a bitter black tea.
Okay.
50% finish on the end.
I'm going to go in for that second sip and see if I can get that tea note that she just said.
It's almost like it's the aftertaste that is like leaves you with that. I get a black tea note, like a bitter, almost like tea leaves.
Yeah, I don't pick that note up, but I do get oakiness, and I'm assuming that that's going to be the Chinkapin, the chin, like chin, the Chinkapin American oak, and I guess that's a species of American oak. So I do get that oakiness, that oak tannin, and maybe that oak tannin that I'm getting is the tea bitterness that you're getting. That might be just coming across two different ways, because I'm not necessarily versed in tea as much as you. I think you drink more tea than I do.
I like tea.
And that's just one of those references that when somebody says something, if you don't like, marzipan is a huge note that people pick up in whiskey. I have no idea what marzipan is.
Or like
what
the cooking?
I don't know. So I have no reference to that. So when people are making comments about what they're getting, they're going to familiarize it to their own individual tastes and their experiences that they've had in their lifetime. I'm not a huge tea drinker, so it doesn't surprise me that you pick up on it, that I don't. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get that third sip down, see if we can say anything else, and then we'll give it a score and move on to the cocktail.
I can always say something. All right, I got a little bit of sweetness there that time.
Yeah, my initial arrival is spice. Mid-palate turns a little bit sweet. I get the barrel tannin on the side, and then it turns into a fruity sweetness on the back end.
Mm-hmm. That third sip was way sweeter than the first and even second sip. That's interesting how completely changed.
And now bitter.
Yeah,
it's not a bad
bitter. No, it's not a bad bitter.
Bitterness.
It's a tea bitter.
Yeah,
almost like when you make tea or even iced tea, like when you brew it in your, like if you have a tea brewer, you brew it in your coffee pot and you put it in your refrigerator, and it's in there for a couple of days and you drink it, how it gets a little bit stronger. Mm. I actually didn't like this when on my first sip. Now,
well, like I always say, you can't
trust your first sip.
You can't. And you have to get acclimated to it.
Yeah, and obviously you couldn't trust the second sip, because even on my second sip, I was like, But that third sip, it was completely different.
All right. You think you're ready to score it?
I'm going to give it a fourth sip and then we'll score it.
All right. So what
am I scoring it against?
Well, just your own personal idea. So my scoring system is out of 5 stars. I would say like 3 stars would be a just average whiskey. Anything above 3, you're starting to like it. Anything below 3, obviously, is something that you would not want to drink again. I'm going to give this 3 out of 5 stars. I think this is I think this is going to be average at best. The price being $92 has a huge factor in it as well. It being a limited edition, this is being edition number 1, and I think edition number 2 is Portuguese oak. And here's also another little side note. Bourbon obviously has to be made in America, and they have to use new American oak. Scotch needs to be aged in used oak barrels. Irish whiskey, on the other hand, is just wood. They could be aged in any wood, so it makes no difference.
Like Norwegian wood?
It could be. Norwegian wood, that's an album cover, isn't it? Or an album?
That's the Beatles.
That's the Beatles. Okay. Huge Beatle fan here. So that's kind of the distinguishing difference between bourbons, Irish whiskey, and Scotch. Irish whiskeys can just be matured in wood. Doesn't have any specific type of wood.
Because the Irish don't care. All they care about is drinking, right?
Crying, fighting, and... It's okay, I'll bleep that out.
Bleep that out. We are a quarter Irish, so...
All right.
Okay, so you gave it just 3?
I gave it 3.
Okay.
Just 3.
I think I'm doing 3.2.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah. Why would you give it 3.2?
Well, because I like how it's changing.
Okay.
And that is appealing to me, that the longer that it sits, it's opening up and it tastes different than it did from my first sip. And I'm liking how that it's tasting. I like the sweetness that I'm getting out of this, because I don't typically get sweetness out of whiskeys, or it's hard for me when you guys talk about sweetness. For this being my very first Irish whiskey in this series and not remembering what any of the other Irish whiskeys taste like, I'm going to give this a 3.2.
Perfect. All right, so that's where we're going to leave it for the review. If that's all you guys are interested in, then thank you for showing up. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are familiar with any of the Wonders of Wood series from Teeling. If you're a Teeling fan in general, just let me know what you guys think of the distillery down below. And then we're going to set everything up and we're going to get the Wide-Eyed Rose cocktail ready to go.
I'm going to have to be wide-eyed when I drink it.
Okay, so we're back. What you're going to need is a Boston shaker. We have 3/4 ounce freshly squeezed lime juice, 3/4 ounce grenadine, 2 ounces of the Irish whiskey, and then we're going to shake it, put it into a Collins glass full of ice, and then we're going to top it off with a little bit of club soda. So let's go ahead and get 2 ounces.
This isn't the one you normally use, is it? It looks different.
This is the shorter one.
Okay.
I don't know if I have more than 3/4 ounce of freshly squeezed lime and 3/4 ounce grenadine. Your stomach is going crazy.
I know, right? Is that going to pick it up?
It might. So 3/4 ounce lime juice, 3/4 ounce grenadine.
Grenadine always makes me think of a Shirley Temple.
Or our champagne punch that we have on Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best.
So then on the other side, I already have a bunch of ice in here. A bit of pop. And then we shake.
Shake.
All right, I could never get this out.
We don't put whiskey in our champagne punch, right?
No, we put brandy
Brandy.
in there.
That is like the best drink in the world. Every year we make this champagne punch on Christmas, and it is like my entire family is addicted to it.
It's dangerous.
Oh, but it is so good. So good. And it's kind of this color. Oh, it's because of the grenadine, but.
And once again, I didn't measure correctly. So we'll just get that glass.
See
we'll just
how
get that out of
obedient
there.
I am? Like you just point and I know what I'm supposed to do and I do it for you.
And then just top it off
So there's no
with club soda.
citrus in this, like what I'm used to with your whiskey drinks. There's no lemon twist or orange twist or...
You could put
I bet an orange.
lime wedge on here
because of the lime juice.
because of the lime juice. Be right back. So
Muddle.
there you go. And you can serve it with a lime wedge. So there you go. We have a wide-eyed rose.
Wide-eyed rose. And look how pretty the color is. It's like a rose.
And it's a chilled Collins glass. So there you go.
It's a pretty glass. Are you going to taste it first?
I made
or
it for
should
you. Go ahead.
Oh. Can you grab a glass so we can cheers at least?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ow, I just hit my tooth.
Not an experienced drinker.
I usually drink out of a straw, so. That's refreshing.
Yeah.
It tastes like there's no alcohol in that at all.
Ooh, that is very refreshing.
Yeah.
This is a really good summer cocktail. I like that a lot. Initially, I was not a mixed drink person, but I'm starting to appreciate the art behind making drinks, and the glassware that you put it in gives it a little bit of a different nuance or flair. The ingredients themselves, even though the grenadine, I think, stands out here the most, I do think the club soda makes this a really crisp, clean, refreshing summertime cocktail. Without, not glass, but I could see drinking this sitting out by the pool, relaxing. And
Reading a book.
And with 2 ounces of whiskey, you got to be careful because you could go overboard quickly. It'll go down nicely on a hot summer day. All right, so I think that's where we're going to leave it. Do me a favor, leave comments down below if you know anything about the Teeling Wonders of Wood series whiskeys, whether it's 1 or 2 or just in general Teeling. If you've had I always want to say wide-eyed rose cocktail, let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do. I go live with videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Turn on that bell notification so if you are interested in this type of content, Be sure to be notified when I do go live with a video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel down below. Just click on that little subscribe button. And I think that's it. So with all that being said, enjoy your journey, and we will talk to you guys later.
Cheers. We'll have to report back to you after we drink this with basil tonight and let you know how. So read in the comments.
How
We'll
everything
add that
went.
in there.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. We'll be the same age for an entire month.
Yeah. So June 12th is my birthday.
July 2nd is my birthday. So we'll both be
53.
54. No, 53.
53.
That's right, because I'll be turning 54
she'll
in
turn
July.
54.
So we'll both be 53 for an entire month.
Yeah. So drink. We
Oh,
cheers.
Look at Irish twins, and we're drinking Irish whiskey. There we go. Cheers. We'll see you next time.
Because I think it's bad luck if you don't drink after you cheers.
It totally is. And from my husband used to travel for work, and he used to go to
Everywhere.
everywhere but Belgium. And he learned that when you cheers, the Belgians told him that when you cheers somebody, you have to look them in the eye when you cheers. So cheers me again. Grab your drink.
Cheers.
Cheers. No,
Oh.
you didn't look me in the eye. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, there you go. Now we did it right.
How long am I supposed to look you in the eye? And then also isn't like brost or prost or like slam it and then.
I don't know. There we go.
That is good. Even just the little stuff in the bottom
You know what?
was delicious.
The more that you drink this, the more the lime becomes prominent. Like the lime juice is becoming
Is it
more.
too much?
Maybe a little bit as it's sitting. Oh,
Well, I
maybe
also
because
squeezed
you
it.
squeezed the lime in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was a bad call. So maybe
Well, I
not.
was just trying to prove a point that
I know.
when people see a wedge, they squeeze it.
Absolutely. No, I get your point.
Or instead of the wheel, they could toss it.
Toss it like skipping stones on the. But I think that maybe what would have been better is the
zest.
twisting of the oils.
Maybe just express it and
Yeah, is
hit
that
it-
what you
hit-
call it? Express it.
express it and then just hit the rim
because
with
the
it.
lime is now overpowering.
I wonder
the
if you can
drink.
actually get a I wonder if you can express a lime skin. I know lemons and oranges, the oils come out. I don't know if that would happen with a lime.
We should try it. But yeah, like it's sucking, the lime is sucking like all of the moisture out of my tongue now. So when we talked about a summer drink and sitting by the pool and drinking this, like I feel that would dehydrate me really quickly because it is just sucking the moisture out of my tongue, all of that lime sourness, citrus.
Yeah. Oh, that
Can you
is-
feel it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So don't squeeze it.
No, don't squeeze the lime in there. Yeah,
Squeeze the lime in your Corona, but not in
absolutely.
here. All right.
Okay.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.